Hello, let me know if you guys can hear me. Hello everyone. No, I'm sorry. I wish I could say everything was okay, but unfortunately it's not. Thank you so much for your prayers. I just have to be very careful in this hospital because live streaming and stuff is extremely prohibited here and I can get in very big trouble, but it's the only place I can actually get internet. I wanted to do this in a parking structure, but the internet doesn't work and it doesn't let me go live. Just gonna give you guys a quick update about everything that's going on with my wife. Right now, she's in the ICU. She's on a ventilator, and she's battling for her life. I wish I can be by her side right now, but the ICU is extremely strict when it comes to bedside. When I was with her on the sixth floor, when she was getting her evaluation for transplant, I was able to stay bedside. They allowed me to do it, but then when they moved her to the ICU, they strictly prohibited me from being bedside. I can only be there from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., so 12 hours, and then 12 hours off from 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. Um, they're very, very strict when it comes to the ICU. So right now, I stay here till midnight, just to be very close, and then I go and sleep in the parking structure in my car. So a little bit of what happened, just to let everyone know. Um, my wife was in the transplant unit, awaiting transplant, and I was with her. This happened Sunday night, Saturday night. I apologize. This past Saturday night, her and I were having a good day. We ate dinner. We were watching a movie, and all of a sudden, she goes, um, "I feel sleepy." I'm like, "Okay, baby, go take a nap, or you want to finish watching the movie?" And she goes, "Yes." We were watching Edward Scissorhands, and she says she was sleepy, and I'm like, "Okay, well, try to rest." And she just went quiet, and I'm like, "Okay, maybe she just wanted to rest, wanted to sleep." And I normally stay up till 5, 6 a.m. When they come and do blood draws. And after she said that, maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes later, I started hearing noises. And I noticed that it was gurgling, like if she was choking on something. And then I started hearing groaning, and I got up because I was laying down on that pull-out bed that they have. And I got up really quick, and I looked at my wife, and she was foaming from the mouth. She was foaming from the mouth, and she was violently moving up and down. She was having a seizure. I freaked and I tried to move her to her side, but it wasn't working. It was very violent. So I ran outside, and there was no nurses in the hallways. Nobody. It was quiet. I saw one nurse coming out of a room, and I grabbed him by his scrubs. I grabbed him and I pulled him into my wife's room, and I told him, "There's something going on with my wife. Please help me." He went up to her and he goes, "Lizette, Lizette." And the thing is that nurse was her nurse the day before, not that night, but the night before. So he knew her. He knew who she was. He turned her to her side, and he starts He started saying, Lizette, Lizette, stay with me, Lizette. She had no pulse. She had no heart rate. Her heart stopped. No pulse whatsoever. He instantly went into mode of doing CPR. He was a very big guy, and he put all of his pressure, he put all of his might onto pumping and pumping and pumping, and called and told the other nurse to call code, and they called code blue. Everybody came out. No pulse, no heart rate, no nothing. The crash cart came, and they put the defibrillator on her, and they called clear 3 times. They defibrillated her 3 different times. No pulse the first time, no pulse the second time. The third time when they did it, it literally lifted her body off of the bed, and she got a faint pulse. She got a faint heart rate. They intubated her and rushed her to the ICU, to the MICU. If I wouldn't have been there, if I wouldn't have been there, I don't know when they would have noticed her, because she was not on telly. She did not have any vital machines on her. They would just take her vitals every couple hours, every 2 hours. Since she was stable at the time, they started doing it every 4 hours. And the crazy thing is that her nurse told her, Lizette, I know that you've been very angry and very, agitated about us not leaving you alone. So, I'm going to give you your meds and take your vitals and then let you rest. Come back in around 4 hours and check on you. If I wouldn't have been there, if I would have left, the one that I believe would have found her would have been the phlebotomist that came in at 4 a.m. He would have found her. He he would have been the one that walked in on her, most likely dead. And the doctors say, you saved your wife's life because you were there. And I tell him that's the whole point. That's the whole point of me being here. That's the whole point of me being by her side since she got hospitalized in July on and off. That's the whole point of me being there day and night, because this was my worst possible my worst nightmare is for something like this to happen, and it did. They sent her over to the ICU, and they told me, I'm sorry, but you cannot stay with her through the night. We're very strict in the way that we do things here in the ICU compared to the other floors. And I told her I'm her legal guardian, I'm her legal uh, representative. I want to invoke my legality when it comes to that. And they said, no, I'm sorry. That's not how it works here. So they pretty much kicked me out. I attempted talking to risk management. I attempted talking to everybody, and nothing. So they allow me to go in at 9. They forced me to leave at 9 p.m. and then until the next morning. The next morning, after when I came back, after they had forced me to leave on the first night, around 6 a.m., they told me that I had to go and to come back at 9 a.m., which I did. I slept in my car, and no, I'm sorry, I didn't even sleep in my car. I slept on one of the couches upstairs, and I came back at 9 a.m., and my wife was being cleaned, like showered, I guess. And I went up to her and I say, "Hi, babe. Good morning. Good morning, babe." She saw me, and she had another seizure in the ICU. I can see the terror in her poor little eyes, and she had a second seizure in the ICU. That one wasn't as violent as the first one, but it was a terrible, terrible, terrible seizure, and she's been on the ventilator ever since. And I was there for her on both of those seizures, but completely by myself with her. When I saw the second seizure, I called the nurse and I told her, "Look, she's seizing," and then all the doctors came in, all the doctors ran in, and they put more medication, and they saw her, and they kept asking me, it's like, "Well, what happened? What did you see?" And I explained to him as best as I can, and for both for both of the instances, for both of the instances, I was there, which I'm very happy about. Sorry, I look like crap. Sorry, I look like crap. Thank God that she's still alive. She right now is on sedation, prop propofenil or propof something like that. She's on medication, and every single night they have to leave at 9 p.m. I stay here in the cafeteria till midnight, and then after that I go and sleep in my car. Yeah, propofol, exactly that one, propofol. So she's on 50 of that, and she's also taking her medications, and they also give her pain medication. They give her Dilaudid and also give her Subutex to keep her calm and sedated. She's on a ventilator. They can't take her off just yet. I think she's conscious because she moves every single time she hears me. She moves, but the ventilator is breathing for her at the moment. That's the med they gave Michael Jackson. Wait, which one? Propofol? Which one? What medication did they give Michael Jackson? Hold on, I need to read this. That's what they had my son on when it was in ICU fighting for his life. Yeah, propofol. Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, people can hear while in a coma. Yes, they most definitely can. And the crazy thing is that before I came over here on this live stream right now, I kept on smelling my wife's perfume, and there's nobody around me. See, I was smelling my wife's perfume. It is it's so distinctive. That perfume that she uses is so distinctive. I I, I can I can recognize it anywhere. I can literally recognize it anywhere. I was preparing for tomorrow and I was looking around like, "You smell it. I smell that perfume. I know it. I recognize it." She has so much love around her. All her sisters and all her mom and all her sisters are here for her. They're staying close by, and I stay in my car in the parking structure. That's where I sleep. I have a blanket and a pillow there, and in case of anything could happen at any moment. So I'm always prepared in case I get any calls. I have my phone fully charged. Everything. I sleep in the parking garage, and if anything, I just run in. I know that Christ is with her. On Sunday, we had communion. I called in the priest. We did communion. The priest came in and blessed her. They did the prayer of healing. I got these two, my rosary and my both of my rosaries. I got them blessed by the priest. They put oils on her. I'm here. I'm present. In a way, that's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me going. Is that I'm here. I'm present. I was there. I was present. A lot of people tell me, go home, go rest, go sleep, go eat, go for a walk. And I'm not going to lie, I do. I do go. Sometimes I go see how the house is doing. I go see, make sure my doggies are okay because we have a caregiver, one of those pet sitters, colleague of ours. I do go see my doggies because I know they miss her too. No, neither of us have the jab. Sister was on a ventilator for 7 months. The pulmonary doctor gave her she would never be off the ventilator, walk again. She did wean off of the ventilator slowly, and in rehab, she's walked. They're beautiful. I know that God is with her every single night. Before I have to leave at 9 p.m. I pray with her. I do our our Father, and I pray with her, and I say in the name of Jesus, please stay here with my wife. Please sit in, please sit in the chair that I would have been sitting if I was allowed to stay here. Jesus, please sit with her and keep her company. Give her the company that I would have been giving if I was allowed to be here. Because you know that if they would have said, yeah, you can stay with her, that's where I would be right now. I just say, Lord, please sit in that chair and keep an eye out for. But every day is a new battle. Every day is it's a new way of me figuring out a way to help her. We've been on this journey for too long, and the doctors still don't have any answers, which is the craziest part of this whole thing is that they still have no answers. Why did her kidneys go bad? Why did her liver go bad? No answers, only questions. Now they gotta figure out why did she have a seizure? Why did her heart stop? Why did she end up in the ICU? It's like so many questions and no answers with these people. But I just wanted to give people updates. about what happened and what's going on with her. Like I said, she was perfectly fine that same night. We were laughing, we were playing around, we were having a good time, we were watching a movie. We were talking about Halloween. We were talking about my birthday, which is coming up. In just a couple of days, we were talking about our baby's birthday, which is she's turning 5 in 3 days. My birthday coming up in a week. We were planning because they were going to discharge her this week. They were going to discharge her right before my baby's birthday. Her birthday's on the 17th, and they were going to discharge her this week. This happened. This week. She was so happy. A lot of people say, well, not a lot of people. Some people say, it's like, why do you come online and talk about what's going on with you? And I'm going to be frank and honest why I do it. I don't have parents. I don't have parents. I don't have siblings. I have my wife's parents, mom, sisters. They're here with me throughout the day. So kind of in a tough situation, you know? Sometimes you think it's like, who do you unload this on to sometimes? And a lot of people, their go to is like their parents, grandparents, siblings, stuff like that. But when you don't have them, but when you don't have them, then what happens? Some people resort to alcohol, others to drugs. But both my wife and I have always been no drugs, no alcohol, no cigarettes. It's funny that when Trump used to say that, like no alcohol, no drugs, no cigarettes. Because my wife and I has been, we've been together for 20 years, and that's how we always been. No drugs, no alcohol, no cigarettes. But thank you to the ones that are here listening to me. Thank you for everyone praying for us, and thank you for everyone helping us out. Thank you for the super chat. Sometimes it helps to speak. and it helps when someone listens to you sometimes. Sorry, man. Oh, thank you. Thank you for everyone supporting me. Thank you for everyone that sends their love and prayers. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to my wife. I love my wife more than anything in this world. But I know that she belongs to Christ first. And that's what keeps me hopeful. That's what keeps me hopeful. Knowing that she belongs to Christ first. No, unfortunately, I can't. I can't bring the doggies. I can't even bring my own daughter to see her because nobody is allowed upstairs unless they're 16 years old. And that's every hospital, not just this one. Every single hospital that she's been at, they don't allow children under the age of 16, some places 14. No, we have dogs. Yeah. No, we have doggies and we have a daughter, a little girl, 5 years old. And plus, my wife wouldn't want her to see her in that state. When she was out of the ICU, I mean, when she was back on the floor for the transplant floor, they were working on a way to for my wife to be able to see the baby, but unfortunately, it didn't happen in time. Thank you so much, Terry. Exactly. Exactly. That's what my wife told me. She says, if something ever happens to me, please do not show her because I want her to remember me how I was, not how I am. But once I get out of here, she says, once I get out of here, the first thing I want to do is go get my hair done, go fix myself, and go get the baby. So she can always remember me the way that she is. I mean, the way that she knows her and not sick. She says, I want her to think that I was just at the doctor getting a shot, but that it took a little bit too long. But that's where we're at now. That's where we're at now, and it's taking it day by day, praying, staying hopeful, keeping also the family okay too, especially her mom, her sisters. I'm looking out for them too, making sure that they're okay. Thank you so much, Emily. But yeah, so trying to help my mother-in-law stay okay. I'm trying to help my sisters-in-laws be okay. All the kids, all their kids, my nieces and nephews. They they love my wife. Oh my god, my nieces and nephews love my wife, and my wife has never given them candy or money or not. Just the way that my nieces and nephews love my wife is so genuine. That love is like so genuine, and it's just the person she is. Thank you so much for all the prayers. They're about to close here, like in 30 minutes. I didn't eat today. All I ate was like a breakfast sandwich. It was a little bit of a tough day. Um, so many people in my wife's room. Some of them fixing the nodes that she has on her brain because they're measuring her brain waves because of seizures. I think it's called EGG if I'm not mistaken. Dialysis. So dialysis was in the room. EGG was in the room. The nurses, doctors. So she had a very busy day. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. EGG. EEG. Sorry about that. EEG. Okay. My ring. No, I don't. I don't have my ring on me now. It's true. I don't have it on me right now. And you know why I don't have it? Because when she got sick, um, when she got before I put it out there that my wife was sick and whatever, we both had to pawn our rings. I don't know if you guys have seen the channel. It's not doing well. This YouTube channel you guys are watching on is not doing as well as I thought it was going to be doing, and we were low on money and we had to pawn our rings. That's why I don't have it on. I tried to go get it. I tried to go get her rings, and they wouldn't let me. For those that don't know, she got sick back in December of kidney failure. She got sick of kidney failure, and then in July, she found out that she also had something wrong with her liver. So she has end stage kidney failure and now liver failure. So you probably shouldn't get her rings if you're living at her family's house. No, I'm not living at her family's house now. No, no, no. I'm not living at her family's house. Her family lives in LA. Love goes beyond rings. I know. I know. The reason I wanted to get her rings back was because she was talking about it, and she's like, please promise me you're not gonna let my rings be lost. She said, I'm like, no, baby, I promise you, I will not let your ring. I will not let that happen. I promise. And she goes, yes. And she's like, if they have them, I mean, if they're in that place, it's okay. We can always grab them when I get out. I'm like, yeah, babe, of course. Nothing's gonna happen. And yeah, so that's the reason I don't have my wedding rings, and she doesn't have hers either. The wedding ring, the wedding ring, mine and hers. For those wondering, when Trump got elected again, I was so happy because I was like, oh my gosh, the channel has been suffering for so long, but now that he's back, the channel will start generating a lot more revenue and stuff like that, and so many people doing the exact same thing, and the channel suffered. I'm hoping that it'll bounce back soon. You know, but only time will tell, and only God knows. It's God's choice. I try to, do my best to make sure that the channel stays alive. That I do what I'm supposed to be doing and continue it and stuff like that. But like I said, there's so many people doing the exact same thing that it's just so oversaturated, and the channel suffered, unfortunately. But it's still not gonna deter me from continuing my coverage. But thank you so much once again to everyone that is here. Thank you so much to everyone that is helping us. Thank you so much to everyone that is supporting us, and thank you to everyone that helped us right now through super chat and stuff like that. If you'd like to pray for my wife, all the information is in the description. Her name is Lizette. She has end stage kidney failure, liver failure. But right now she's in the ICU because of a severe seizure, a really bad seizure that stopped her heart. Yeah, we do have a GoFundMe. We do. It's in the description. It's in the description of this live stream actually too. My husband has never worn his ring. That's okay. That's okay. Believe it or not, Penny, that's okay. Um, a man's love is not measured by a ring. It's a symbol, yes. Trust me, if a man asks a woman her hand in marriage, is because at that time he said, you know what, that's my other half. I think I'm not paying attention because you were not at the hospital 2 minutes ago. Um, I don't know. I mean, I've been doing this for 40 minutes right now, I guess. But they're gonna close, and most likely they're gonna want to kick me out. But give me 1 second here. I just want to make sure that. Let me do this. Oh my gosh. I gotta get all this stuff because they're gonna close right now. But once again, thank you so much to everyone that has been supporting us, that have been praying for us, that has been sending their love and prayers. And thank you once again to everyone from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. And my phone's gonna die, so I hope this thing doesn't. This one does. This hospital definitely closes at midnight. I mean, for visitors, they consider us visitors. They kick everybody out around midnight. But thank you so much to everyone that been supporting us. If you would like to help us, help me, um, the info's in the description. Also, for prayers, my wife's name is in the description along with what ails her. Right now, she's in the ICU. So thank you to everyone, and God bless every single one of you guys. Have a good night, and I hope to see you soon. Bless every single one of you guys, and my phone's gonna die, so I hope it doesn't like just cut off. But thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And thank you for keeping my wife in your prayers. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you. Good night.